Graham Morris, 2 months, maybe 3 months to ease these stay-home rules. To me, that's too slow. But to you?
Nah. Look, this is a cow of a decision to have to make. But you know, it's either it could be life and death. It could be shutting down the country again in 2 months' time. You think about this, Andrew. Say a pharmaceutical salesman, a bloke who sells medicine, goes and sees his mum on Sunday in Melbourne. He goes to work on Monday morning, has lunch, sees a doctor, has lunch in Wodonga. He goes and sees a pharmacy at Wagga in the afternoon, finishes up talking to, you know, another pharmacist or a doctor in Penrith, has dinner in Penrith, goes and sees his kids' football on Wednesday, goes to a real football, say, on Sunday, and, you know, out of 22 million people, just add another 50 and we are closed down again. So the government, I think, has to be very, very careful about doing this in stages, and I think they have. And I just wonder, I thought about this myself. If I was making the decision and I just opened everything up, at some stage my luck would run around, so I would have to decide which of my family, my friends, my workmates was sort of expendable, because at some stage one of them's going to get it.
Richo, your response?
Well, I think if we work on the basis that at some stage one of our mates is going to get it, I mean, and say therefore you can't do anything, you're in big trouble, because one of your mates is going to get it. I mean, there is going to be some of this virus around. I don't think that we need to remain as closed down as we are. I think we've already shown these curves are all going in the right direction. And if there's going to be a second wave, nothing about going back now will have caused it. I think it is time to resume normal life, and I think we've given caution a very good run. I think now it's time to have a go.
Yeah, well, I think, you know, Graham Morris, you make a good point about there could be a different, you know, another wave, but that's a hypothetical danger. Right now, the cost of maintaining these bans is very real. So you're trading off a real pain now for a hypothetical pain down the road. I'm not sure. Speaking of the curves, have a look at this, Graham. The number of infections each day, as I showed earlier, has been at the same low level for 4 weeks already. And I just wonder why we've had to wait until now to have this announcement that we can ease these restrictions. What's the difference now to 4 weeks ago when we could have done it then?
Well, mate, you know, you and I aren't medicos, but, you know, you just have a look overseas and see how many bloody people got this wrong. And it seems as if our lot have actually got it right. And at the moment, we're all crossing our fingers, that they continue to get it right. But, geez, you know, one slip here, as we had with that dopey boat, you know, and we end up like Italy or the US or something. What's the difference between us and the US? I reckon the difference is leadership, and Australia's actually trusted their leader to do the right thing. In America, they sort of had a president who was a bit all over the place, and so was the country.
Well, I think there are different things at play. In fact, most of the deaths in America, or a large part of them, were caused in Democrat-run New York City, which has got specifics that don't apply to Australia. I think it's a bit too easy to blame Donald Trump. But, Richo, you know, here Graham says, oh, look, you know, the bans have saved us. I mean, a ban on golf, a ban on bowls, a ban on going to the beach, I don't think that saved us. And in Victoria, we can't even visit our mums, if we have them, or be visited, if you are a mum, on Mother's Day this Sunday. Doesn't that strike you as a little extreme?
It does. I believe, honestly, we've gone too far. And I really wish that we'd had a better think about this a few weeks back. I understand that you've got to be cautious. Caution is important, really important in these times. But, gee, this so is getting Australia moving again. The economic cost of all this is going to be something that our grandchildren's grandchildren will be paying off. This is a massive cost, the like of which we really haven't seen And I think we've got to look at that and say, hey, we have to get down to work. We have to roll our sleeves up and get into it. You can't just keep standing on the sidelines, Andrew.